Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are going to just go over my favorite parts of the roadmap. As I'm sure you are already aware, Omida Studios dropped their roadmap for early access and there's a lot of goodies here. A lot of awesome stuff. It's super exciting and let's get into it. So obviously let's just touch upon the heroes. December is going to be Countess, January Revenant, February Jpie, yes, and March Huntress. Amazing. I love the choices of heroes. We have basically a mid laner, a carry, a solo laner, and another carry from what I'm assuming. And I think it's a safe assumption. But it's super exciting, really awesome. I really can't wait to see it. I really can't wait. Especially Jpie. She was one of my main characters in Aragon, and I can't wait to see what Predecessor has done there. Now let's go to some of the features that may fly under the radar, but I really love some of this stuff. For example, the public API. I think the game is going to be far along enough where it's going to we're gonna have stuff like Dota, like you know how Dota has Dota Fire, I think, and Moba Fire for other MOBAs, where it's like a website that they just have a list of builds and items and guides and stuff like that. So that's going to be really awesome for the community. But what I really want to touch upon first is custom games. This is a game changer. To have the ability to have custom games is going to be a huge positive, because many people just want to get away from the stress of ranked. And they just want to go and enjoy themselves when, they come home from work, or they're just trying to relax or play with friends. So this is huge. And I personally want to have, I hope that it's really extensive, because I always had a conception of a custom game that I wanted where it was basically like a fight club where we're all crunch and we all get in a circle, and two people just go in the center and 1v1, and we hop on Discord and we're talking, and it's essentially like the movie Fight Club, but just with different characters and heroes on different nights, and we just kind of have fun and I hope that will be possible. Who knows what will be possible with custom games? It might just be your run-of-the-mill, like you just create a game and people can join, but we'll see. It'd be really awesome if there were some options to make it different than a normal game. Like in other in a game like StarCraft, you had custom games where they were completely different, and they basically broke the rules of the normal game, and you had cool modes and because you never know what can spawn from it. I mean, the MOBA genre spawned from a custom game from Warcraft 3. So it's really awesome and exciting. Obviously, the match end details is quite cool, and competitive nights. This one I really like. I think it's quite cool because, speaking of Warcraft 3, Warcraft 3 had a feature that I really loved when you had unranked queue, you had ranked queue. And when Friday came around, especially Friday evening, what became available was a tournament queue where you had a special record, wins, losses, for only that queue. And you also had special icons associated with that queue, and they were really cool, like profile icons. So with competitive nights being something like that, I think it is going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool, and a lot of people are going to really love that, myself included. And of course, solo versus AI game mode, that's going to be cool. A lot of people like that and want that, and it's needed. Now, creep score bounties. This one's interesting, and I'm on the fence about it, because for me, I'm a very macro-oriented player. That means whatever I'm doing on the map, I'm being as efficient as possible with killing creeps, both in the jungle and in lane. If I calculate basically every step I take, I'm factoring in if I'm going to get this creep camp, or I'm going to get that wave that I see on the mini map. Now, what creep score bounties is, if you're not aware, the same way, say an opponent is 7-0, he 7 kills, 0 deaths. Scoring a kill on that opponent gives you a bounty, extra gold. So it's like a reward for taking down that hero that's on a roll. So creep score bounties is basically awarding the same reward for getting a kill like that on a player that has a higher creep score. And I really don't, I'm on the fence about it. I'm leaning more towards not liking it, just because, you know, a lot of the games, sometimes I'll make the riskiest play and it'll fail, but because I'm consistently last hitting, that disadvantage that I accrued is somewhat mitigated, because the opponent, you know, he scored a kill on me, but I was farming better than him and more efficiently than him. Now, is it going to be like a double whammy? I mean, I'm sure they're going to implement it intelligently, but even as a jungler, it's kind of rough. Like, if I'm steamrolling, because I'm also a very macro-oriented jungler, I eat up creep camps like I eat up, you know, donuts. But am I going to get doubly punished because, say I'm 3-0 and I'm ahead on creep score? Is the person, if the carry scores a kill, is he going to get that much gold? You know, I'm sure they're testing it out, but again, I'm on the fence about it. So there's also going to be spectator mode and replays, which is incredible. It's really, really awesome, because that's like a huge need for content creation. So I'm elated about that too, and it's going to help give the community tools to help drive this game forward. There are Fangtooth buff improvements as well. They don't go into specifics, understandable. And last but not least, reporting and AFK punishments. Thank goodness, I've had so many games where I wanted to report people that just throw a hissy fit. Oh my gosh, my jungler didn't come. And then they don't play. They purposefully sabotage the game. I can't wait to report those people. They deserve it, and pisses me off. And that's desperately needed, but you know, better late than never. And I'm so happy. And let's just take a look at the icons here. Huntresses. Oh man, I really like Huntresses. Her icon, I mean, like, look at the eyes. It's funny that of the two icons they show, they both have like translucent eyes. It's cool. I like it. I'm like, I would definitely rock this one. Countess, not really. It's a cool icon though. The skin, I think the skin is pretty cool. It's okay. This one is okay. I like this looks like a concept art skin for Huntress, and it's got the like new world MMO vibes. But I dig it. The aesthetic in that game is really, really phenomenal and cool. And her having that here too, I love it. I think it's a great choice. It looks awesome and badass. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see these heroes, and I can't wait to see you all out there on the battlefields. Thanks for watching. Fight on, friends.